commend to you, Her Excellency Miss Christine and Elder, Ambassador Designate of the United States of America.
Ambassador Ellen, it's my great pleasure. Come on, you all.
Thank you, Madam President. It's my great honor to be here today. Madam President, it is my great honor to present to you, on behalf of President Obama, first the letter of recall from my predecessor, and my own letter of credence.
Madam Ambassador, I'm pleased to accept this from your hand. The letter treated by which President Obama is going to Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary, and to receive a letter of call from the princess. We very much look forward to not only receiving you, welcoming you, but working with you. Working with you to strengthen the relationship between our countries, which have a long history of partnership. Working with you to achieve the development of Liberia, in which your country, your citizens have invested so much. And so we look forward, begin to being with you when our special visitor arrives, and we're glad that we were able to make the arrangement and enable this event to share in the participation of both of us. I'm pleased to give you it's a small summary of a relationship that cannot be captured in just a few pages. But it does touch upon a few things that would just remind you of how much we deeply appreciate the relationship with the United States.
Thank you, Madam President.
Bring you to
Ambassador, I'd like to introduce to you the President's team. This is Honorable Elias Shinayin. He's the Acting Minister of Foreign Affairs. He's the Assistant Minister for American Affairs, Honorable Nubel. Dr. Moniba, who is the head of the President's Delivery Unit, Deputy Press Secretary. This is the Press Secretary, Honorable Pierre, and this is the Assistant Minister of Foreign Affairs for Publication, Honorable Washington. We would ask you if you could just introduce your team.
Yes, please. It's good we have both of our teams here as well. We have our now Deputy Chief of Mission, Sheila Taskman, who you all know very well, and to whom I am very grateful for the cooperation, particularly over the last 6 months, but for your whole 3 years through a very, very intense time here in Liberia. So, and if I might also...
Yes, I'm Julia Hawley. I'm the Regional Security Officer, so I'm the Senior Law Enforcement Official at Post.
Madam President, I'm Movin Farrow, Acting Director, USA.
Madam President, Terry Clement, the Resident Country Director for the Millennium Challenge Corporation.
Madam President, Paul Hinshaw, the Public Affairs Officer.
Madam President, my name is Desmond Williams, I'm the CDC Country Director.
Madam President, I'm Chase Sorensen, I'm the Consular Chief.
Madam President, I'm Amy Smisher, I'm the Director of the International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Section.
Madam President, I'm Alex Sokoloff, I'm the Political and Economic Counselor.
Madam President, I'm Amy Hart-Fromkes, I'm the Management Counselor.
Madam President, I'm Kevin Fleming, Peace Corps Country Director.
Madam President, Colonel Edward Dupont, I'm the Senior Defense Official.
We look forward to the stage and tenure being as long as the others that preceded you, to deepen the relationship. We have so many areas of partnership that are ongoing. With certainly with a fair amount of success. I want to talk about development, but your people are so many. Whatever I say, they will know better. But to touch upon some of those areas where we have collaborated, I would say first of all governance, creating the society for participation of people, for choices, for free expression. It hasn't come without difficulties, but I think we've gone a long way with the support through GEMS and the other ones that have also improved our structures and our systems and ongoing process. In the area of security, of course, as you know, our entire army was trained to be a professional army with the support of the United States, and today we do have a continuing support through the monitoring program, and that training continues in infrastructure. I guess one might say the highlight is something every Liberian has always been waiting for, and that's for the return of cheap energy, hydropower, and with the support, we hope finally we'll see that come to pass sometime at the end of this year. It will still leave a big gap, and so we'll continue to work with a partnership in other areas, trying to explore other types of energy sources. We have in education great support. I'm sure that your briefing has told you that we may be going radical.
A little radical.
But I'd like to remind people that Liberia has a long history of private partnership in education through the mission schools and the private schools that have always existed. So, but education continues to be a challenge. Although net enrollment has increased considerably, some 15 million kids in school, 1,500,000 in school now, with a fairly equal gender parity. But there's still almost as many that are out of school, particularly in rural areas where access to schools are quite difficult. Health, of course, is right now one of our big areas, and a weak health system, as you know, was exposed during Ebola. But again, let me say how much we appreciate the very strong support we received in combating Ebola. Extraordinary support coming from the military, coming from the institutions of the United States that partner with us, and that enabled us to successfully beat that. We are using the experience of Ebola that involved strong community participation, ownership, and empowerment to help to build a post-Ebola system that will continue to involve community as first responders. And that's happening again with support of institution to be able to train the community workers. It's still a difficult task, and Liberia is still behind in many countries in some of the key indicators of health, such as child mortality, maternal mortality. We made some progress, but I think we regressed a bit during Ebola and have to continue to work at that again. The availability of facilities throughout the country, again, given improved infrastructure, and of course capacity. Deficiency is limited, but the process is on when it comes to responding in an emergent way to Ebola. We believe we have built that capacity and have demonstrated it in the 1 or 2 outbreaks that we faced after the disease was cured. Agriculture, is becoming one of our greatest priority, recognizing the interrelationship of all of these. But until we can do more in value addition and begin to move toward being a manufacturing country where jobs can be created. We have a lot of response from women who are the farmers and the marketeers and are now involved in preliminary processing of food, and we'd like to see them strengthened, and we'll be working With that, of course, we see Liberia is still a tree crop country, the nature of our terrain, and so historically, as you know, rubber was our main export, followed by oil palm, coffee, cocoa. So we'll be working with you on all of those. An important thing for us is the coming elections. There can be nothing greater for Liberia's development than a free, fair, peaceful election, because it will represent, for the first time in almost 3 decades, that a civilian president would turn over to a civilian president in a peaceful process. That to us is the test of Liberia's political maturity. And should we pass that test, we think we then will be really on an irreversible road to consolidate the progress that has been made and to improve upon it. And so we ask you again to continue to be a strong partner to us in that process so that we can succeed in that endeavor. We expect a very distinguished and extraordinary visitor on Monday. We're looking forward. I have to express some disappointment because we had hoped that we would have had a longer stay and would have had a chance for our people to be able to receive her in a manner in which we're accustomed, but you know, we also understand there are other commitments that have to be met that did not allow that to happen. But in the short while she's with us, she's going to experience the warmth of reception and gratitude from the Liberian people. Following her, we're also looking forward to receive a favorite group, H.E.Ellen, and look forward to talking to them. They have been great supporters of Liberia in most things that the administration has proposed. We've been able to get support from them, and we want to thank them too for that. We're heading toward our Independence Day celebration. You will be here for that. We look forward to you joining us in all of those events. It's likely to be raining, but that's something everyone around this table is accustomed to. So, once again, welcome.
Thank you, Madam
We look
President.
forward to working with you.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you. Yes. May I? Yes, thank you.
You can read your
Yes.
statement or you can speak.
I'll just speak with you.
As you like.
Again, it is such an honor to be here and to have the opportunity to have this position. I come with not only the blessing of my president and the secretary, but also a dear friend of Liberia, Linda Thomas Greenfield, who swore me in on Monday and sent me with many assignments as well. But I'm very, very proud of our team here and everything that they have been doing over the last months, weeks, and years, in many cases, in the kind of partnership that they've experienced, true partnership. That word is one that we use a lot, but here it's really, really true with your government and with their counterparts across the board. We couldn't do it. The level of cooperation is really almost unparalleled for a country this size. It's truly unique, and so it's a great honor for me. I look forward to working with you, Madam President, to your very last days, and trying to make the most of everything that is in motion and new things to come. I think absolutely the most proximal cooperation will be on security, and I want to commend you and your government for the taking now now responsibility for security operations. That's an enormous accomplishment, truly. But we will stand by you still in the transition period and look at what the needs are and the most appropriate way to support that, and we will continue to stand shoulder to shoulder with Liberia, whether it's security, governance, elections, health, the global health security agenda. A lot of good things started, and again, the cooperation has been unparalleled, but we want to continue it. I had meetings at the White House before I left Washington last week, and they said, you know, we are here for Liberia. You tell us what the needs are. We will continue through the global health security agenda, and to watch the progress really that Liberians have made in being able to respond in these last two crises shows that the capabilities to respond have really increased dramatically. So we're very, very impressed with that, and we want to continue to help. But it's a unique partnership. I thank you so much for your leadership in that and for the welcome that I've received, the welcome already, that cooperation for the First Lady's visit, and many visits to come. All visits are opportunities to strengthen cooperation in specific areas and sometimes more generally. And we will work with you to make the most of each and every one of those. So thank you for receiving me so quickly upon arrival, and for the warm welcome that you and your government have given me, and the cooperation to our team.
Thank you so much. For the benefit of all of our friends on this table, I'm going to mention two historical things that are important to Liberia. They may already know it, but I'll just remind them. In 1926, Firestone entered Liberia and started the world's largest rubber plantation. That started the process of development for the country. Firestone remains here until today. Haven't achieved all the things we expected or they expected, but it's still here. And so we send a message to people who talk about the environment. And it's been all these years. And it's still here. Okay. In 1930-something, I think it was, the U.S. opened what is today Roberts International Airport. And that was meant to provide the means for getting, for intervening in the conflicts in North Africa. Today, Roberts Field is still there. We haven't built a new airport. And it still serves the country. So those two historical relationships, you and I have to work, particularly the latter one, to make it into a truly modern airport. With that, let's complete the. Please join me in a toast. President Obama and First Family for all we've done for Liberia. To the American people, because they supported us. To this wonderful team that has worked with us in so many ways for so long, with such great commitment and efficiency, and to you, and the strength that we bring to the relationship.
Madam President, and to you, and to your extraordinary leadership of this country, and your extraordinary commitment to our bilateral partnership, again, unparalleled, certainly on the continent. Thank you so much for you and your team and your cooperation with us, and I look forward, on behalf of President Obama, First Lady, who will soon be here to say so herself, and our great nation, to our continued partnership. Thank you.
Thank you. The Best can we, if you try to offer drink, at least.